shift itself. So this is something that I wrote. I hope you'll.
Go. Don't forget to donate if you haven't already donated. Love you guys all. We'll catch you on the next time.
Okay.
The dream to hijack. Lots of people out there that but don't pretend to make the dream come true. Always hold you back. You got that itchy feeling, but your dreams to hijack. There's lots of people out there that never take their dreams, but up again and self.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to The Helping Hands for Cruising fundraising bingo game here at Dewey's Bingo. Hope you all had a good time today on all the other videos, and we hope to continue that here. So make sure you get your bingo card. Let me go ahead and post the link here. Whoops, got an error in that one, so let me remove that. I always forget that it, for some reason, removes a hash mark. So there we go. Okay, there we go. There's the link to get your free bingo card to play along. It doesn't cost anything to play, and everybody who wins will be added to our spreadsheet so that when we have our big grand prize drawing on bingo on our bingo channel, you could win some prizes. So if you want to watch, you're welcome. If you want to play, we encourage that as well. The more people that play, the better. So we'll give some people time to get in here and get a card. And in the meantime, gotta play that famous song.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
Okay, that's a good catchy song. We all heard it plenty this weekend, but it's a very good cause. We know we want to send all those wonderful people on cruises so they can get addicted like all the rest of us are. Oh my. So I know I'm addicted. I just finished number 70 since COVID this week, so badly addicted. Okay, everybody, and we've got 4 people have cards up here playing, so let's make sure to click that link and get you a card so we can get started here shortly. Danny's posted the link that you can go ahead and donate to the charity. Make sure that you get your donation in. We are badly behind what our goal is for this weekend, so we need to get some action going here and get some money raised so we can send people on cruises. So make sure you click on the link and get your money in there. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 people now, or maybe 5. Jaden, do you have 2 cards you're playing, or did you get rid of your first card? Once we figure out whether Jaden's got 1 or 2 cards, then I'll make sure the play field is squared away here and we'll get started. Thank you, Kenny, for sharing. Okay, then I'll go ahead and erase that first card that you had. Makes it easier for me to keep track of that way. So, all righty. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people playing, and I don't know who the Field of Men is. But if you win, you'll have to identify yourself so I can add you to the spreadsheet. All righty, we're ready to start playing. Let me bring up the bingo caller card here. Ta-da! And we're just playing the one game since this is the fundraiser and we don't have time. V said to wait, so hopefully she's going to get a card here playing as well. And so we are going to play a coverall game. It means you have to have all your squares covered. I will be watching the cards, and I can help if people miss some. But we've got let's do these 7 cards in action here. So, V, are you getting a card? Last night we had 5 winners, I believe. Because everybody filled up the card, 5 people filled up their card at the same time. So let's see how many winners we can get this time. Okay, V, here's the link in case you can't find it. There we go. Now we've got 1, 2, 3. We got 9 people playing. Okay. And people that aren't using their real names, you'll have to identify if you win so I know who to add. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started here. Okay, our first square will be How We Cruise, a travel channel and supporter. And the next square will be Liz and Chris Kovaleski. Awesome supporters, both in person and their channels. So I don't think either of them are here right now playing, but hopefully we'll see signs of them somewhere along the line. I just got done watching the match game from, I think it was last night. So, okay, we got the Norwegian Joy, which was the cruise we were supposed to be on in November. So we're still waiting to see what that will change to. And we got the Winter 23 Cruise-a-thon that was held in February 9 through the 12th in 2023. And then we have Heather and Dwight Watkins from the Us and More channel. They're good supporters as well. And Bruce McMillan, he's our host of the Alaska cruise on the Norwegian Joy. He and his channel, the Ocean to Ocean. And then we have The Astute Tourist, another good travel channel and supporter. Next up, we got Matt and Kimbra from Fantastic Cruising. They hosted the Carnival Pride cruise, our second cruise. That was a fun cruise. I enjoyed that. Of course, I enjoy every cruise. What am I talking about? Okay, then we have Sherry Awesome Sunsets. She's another good travel support channel and supporter. And the Summer 2021 Cruiseathon, June 5 through 7. I believe that was our first Cruiseathon. And then we got James and Cindy Catney's. They were our second cruise recipients on the Pride with the Fantastic Cruising. Hope James is feeling better today. We heard he was in the hospital yesterday with a minor stroke. But I did see by later in the evening he made an appearance in the chat, so hopefully that's a good sign. Then we have the Cognitive Nomad, another good travel channel and support. Well, not really a travel channel, but that's Plump Larry's channel. Very good show if you've ever caught that. Very informative and good discussions there. And next up, we have the Put a Lime in It group cruise from Galveston on the Carnival. I think it was on the Breeze. It just finished this year, or last year. Uh-oh, got something funky happening on my screen here. Hold on. Okay, came back. Good. Okay, our next one is Travel Adventures with Eric B. Traveled with him a few times. I can remember when we were at the one of the resorts in Cancun. We went to a jungle massage along with some other people. Our next one is Chastity and Joshua Moon. They're good supporters. Hey, there's Eric. He's in the chat. Good to see you. Yeah, that jungle spa was fun. Of course, some people were snoring. Okay, then we have the Summer Cruiseathon last year in August 9 through 11. Next up, we've got Danny D herself, our awesome supporter. And I mean, I don't know how we could do these cruiseathons sometimes without her. She's always there with all the links that we need and all the information. We cherish you, Danny. Thank you for everything you do. Oh, shit. Here goes my screen again. Hold on. Okay, our next one is Ilana herself, the vice president or the secretary of our board. She keeps all our notes handy and keeps us semi-alert. Okay, our next chip is Amethyst Haze Adventures. That's Amy's channel, and she hosted the last cruise in October. The lime and the coconut cruise. Hey Sharon, welcome to the game. And next we have my channel, Dewey's Destinations. One of my channels anyway. Next up, we have Shaun himself. Looks kind of spooky in that picture though, doesn't he? That's what happens when he hasn't had enough coffee yet. And the next is Amy Kempart herself from Amethyst Haze, the host of the last cruise on the Carnival Breeze. Pardon my cough, people. Okay, our next square, Destination Fun. Another good travel channel and supporters. I don't know why my other screen isn't working. I can't see the bingo cards and causing trouble here. Let me see if I can figure that out. Okay, our next space is the group cruise in 2022, the original. There, my screen got back. Good. Now I can see what's happening. Okay, checking up the cards. Paul, the second one in O, we called Matt and Kimber, so you can go ahead and mark that one. And Jaden, if you're still playing, you have a few that haven't been marked. Everybody else looks like they're caught up. Oh, Sharon's there. Let me help you get caught up, Sharon, with on your card. Okay, let's see. We got. Oh, more screen trouble. So I'll have to wait till the screen shows up before I can tell what's going on. Okay, I think I have your card caught up, Sharon. While I'm doing that, let me catch up Jaden's card. Okay, I think he's caught up too now. Everybody else looks like everything's up to date. Okay, time for the next space. We have 10 different cards in play now, so way to go, people. Okay, we have the Griswold Family Vacay. Excellent travel channel and supporter. I wonder where Larry is today. I don't see him here playing. He must be busy. Here goes the screen again. Okay, our next space is the Winter Cruisathon that we're on right now with the logo for this Cruisathon. And then we got Magnificent Germany with Darian, the great travel channel supporter and one of the newer board members. He's been doing some excellent work for us. Next up, we got Gary and Sharon. I don't know why I put Ray on there. That was his official name, I guess. But they're great supporters and have been board members in the past. Here go the screens again. Hold on. Okay, now we're back. I got my screen back. I can see what's happening. Hey, next up, we got Captain Billy J. Travels. I just chatted with Danny this morning for a brief bit. They are done with one cruise and moving on to the they're done with the Carnival cruise and moving on to their Princess cruise today. Otherwise, he'd be here as well. Okay, and then we got Cruise Life TV, another excellent travel channel and supporter. See them a lot on, of course, they're one of the stars on the match game. A lot of fun there. Now, this is an actual side-by-side. The side-by-side with a day in between is when they do the West Coast later this year, because there'll be California on one and then Alaska for the second one. And then we got the Helping Hands for Cruising video itself, created by Fat Matt. So if you haven't been to his website to show some love and support, you ought to make sure to go there. Our next one is Ocean Travel. Great supporter and cruise host. They'll be hosting the next cruise coming up here in June to Alaska. That's Bruce. And then we got the guy that we can hold responsible for all this. Good old Kenneth Oakes, aka Ford Man. He was our first recipient, and that's what started all of this, because we wanted him to cruise with us. Then we got the Down Under Cruisers website, our YouTube channel. They're the original founders and board members, Shaun and Ilana. Next up is the Carnival Horizon, the first cruise we went on the group cruise with back in 22. That was an excellent cruise. Yeah, that was a good ship too. I was on that ship, but 5 times that year, I think. Then we got the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. I can't spell tribute right, obviously. I'll have to fix that. It'll be at the end of November. And the new dates will get posted once we know when they are. Then we got Embarkation Nation. Another good channel and supporters. And take a quick break to pop up the QR code here. You can rest your fingers from the keyboard and put that mouse to work. Go to the donation site and let's donate some money. We want to get some money raised for this charity. So let's get those numbers up. Okay, our next space, PSV Odyssey. Good old Paul. Then we have Ross himself, good new board member. He's got the Orange Cone vlog. He's been a lot of help. Okay, looks like our current total is at 3810. We got a ways to go, people, so let's donate some money. Okay, we got Scott and Amber Hicks. They were on the second cruise along with James and Cindy. Great bunch of people, and they had a lot of fun. I'm assuming as well. Excuse me. And then we got Michael Ann, Spoiled Mama channel. She's definitely been put to work a lot with this cruiseathon, trying to help get people lined up for all the time slots, and that hasn't been an easy chore. We appreciate what you've done, Michael Ann. And speaking of Michael Ann, don't forget to mark the astute tourist up in your upper left corner. Or not the PSV Odyssey, sorry. And Jaden, your lower right corner with the horizon you can mark, because we called that one. Okay, our next square is Michael Ann herself. So if you've got Michael Ann on your card, go ahead and mark that square. Our next one is D&G Explorers. Yeah, they were on late last night. Good bunch of guys. And then we got Shaun and Ilana, our people that got it all started. Next to Kenny, anyway. Yes, Sharon, D&G always are entertaining. They're good for a laugh. I like watching their show. Yeah, next square is Plump Travelers. That's Larry's channel. He needed that to win last night, ironically, and unfortunately it didn't show up. So okay, the cards are starting to fill up here. The next one is the Carnival Pride. That is the ship that we had our second cruise on with the Fantastic Cruising. It's also one of my favorites because that was the first ship I ever cruised on back in 2003. It was relatively new at that time. Now I've been on it with 3 or 4 different times. So. Then we have the Carnival Breeze, which was the cruise this October with Amy and the Put a Lime in It cruise. Then we get the Mountains to Sea crew. They're another good channel and supporters. I wonder if Jaden disappeared. His card isn't being marked. Let me see if I can get it caught up here. Okay, his card's caught up. Never know if somebody disappears or if they just have problems. Okay, our next one up is Orange Cone Vlog. There's Ross's channel. Next up is the Traveling Gilberts. Who the hell are the Traveling Gilberts? Great people, though. I've sailed with them a few times. Hey, Scott, welcome to the chat. I just saw that. It's hard to watch everything all at one time, so I'm sorry I missed you when you first dropped in. And the next one is Fantastic Cruising, the host of our second cruise. And then we have Cruising Scene. Gosh, I wonder whose channel that is, Sharon. Next up, we got the Carnival Cruise Addicts. Hopefully they're still in here watching. And next up, the Summer 23 Cruise-a-thon from July 6th through the 9th. Okay, we're getting down to a few cards with needing only 2 or 3, so we're getting close. Okay, then we got me. So if you've got me on your card, go ahead and mark it off. That brings a couple of people down to just one more square. And we have the Fantastic Group Cruise in March 12th through 19th of 2023. And Jane, you can mark the Fantastic Cruising. We called that one also. Okay, we got some more people narrowing down here. Then we have Controversial Cruising. Good time to show up, Scott. Your channel pops in. And our next one is Andrew McDonough and Jennifer Ledford. I don't think they're board members now. I need to get that changed. I thought I had that changed, but and Meg has a bingo. Let's see if anybody else does. Looks like Meg is the only bingo this time. Congratulations, Meg. Okay, let me find my bingo winner here. There we go. We got a winner, we got a winner, we got a winner. Yay. Let me go add her on the spreadsheet before I forget. Okay, congratulations, Meg. Okay, well, that was a good game. We had a lot of close ones there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people were down to just needing one square, and most of them needed something different. Well, we had three or 4 people that needed one, so it was a close game there, but Meg ended up pulling it off. Way to go, Meg. I'm glad to see that. Okay, let me post up the QR code again here while we talk some more about the charity. So we know we want to continue to send people on cruises that have never been before and are very deserving. So click on that QR code and donate some money. Let's get this pool built up so we can send more people. The more the merrier. We want to be able to provide happy smiles for people just like the rest of us who have gotten hooked on cruising. Hi. Excuse me. Okay, looks like Chris and Liz are the next stream after me. Okay, we've got about 14 minutes left here. So does anybody have any special comments they like to make about cruises they've been on with Helping Hands? I know there's quite a few people in this chat that have been on them. I've been on 2 of them. I didn't make the 3rd one, unfortunately. But I've sailed with most of the people in this chat, so at one time or another. Yes, Kenny, that is true. It is definitely a life-changing experience. So many people that think that they don't like cruising, once they give it a try, they're convinced. Doesn't take a whole lot. I know after I went on my first one, we were hooked. We just were working at the time, couldn't go on a whole bunch. So once I retired, I decided I wanted to travel for fun, and cruising was going to be my choice. And of course, most of the recipients kind of spent the time with a broad old smile. I know Kenny did, and I hear that Roxy did as well. So we want to try and put big smiles on other people's faces as well. Yep, it's quite an experience to be a part of that for people. It not only makes them happy, but it also makes us feel good because we do something good. And when you see those smiles on people's faces, you can't help but be happy yourself. I remember on that cruise, me and Kenny spent a day. Where were we at? I can't remember now. But boy, that guy was so full of enthusiasm, it was hard to keep up with him. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Helping Hands video up one.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
Okay, we all know and love that video. So They did an excellent job putting that together for us. So I posted the link on for StreamYard in here. If anybody wants to come up and talk about their experiences, hey, look who's here. Speak of the devil himself.
Howdy, y'all.
Hey, welcome, Kenny.
Thanks for having me up.
Well, you're the perfect person to have up for these cruisathons.
I love doing this cruisathon fundraiser.
Well, considering how you kind of started it all.
I love being able to. I really want this thing to really grow and really want to change somebody's life so they can experience the exact same thing I got to experience on my first cruise.
And that's what's so cool, that you got to experience it and you're already helping spread that feeling, that joy, that happiness and stuff. You've been on another cruise and you're always a good spokesman for what's going on. So yeah, we sure love having you up with us, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a life-changing experience, and I highly recommend for somebody that's never cruised before to get out and enjoy and be adventurous. Don't be afraid to try new things and because like I've said before many times, you only got one life to live anyway, so
Oh yes,
might as well enjoy it while you can, because you never know when your time might be up on Earth. So
that is so true. That is so true. That's why I live the life I do, because I want to do as much as I can while I can before I can't do it anymore. So unfortunately, I'm still going strong. So
by the way, I'm eating part of meat and crackers.
yeah, I'll be fixing my dinner after the show here while I watch the remaining shows. So. How's your paw doing?
And he's hanging in there. He's he had a procedure done about a week or so ago now, I guess. But yeah, I do have coffee. Speaking of coffee, I do have coffee.
Yeah, what would Kenny be without his coffee?
Cheers. But he had an ultrasound done on his leg about a week or so ago, on his right leg, which that's the only leg he's actually got, by the way. But to see how much blood flow and circulation he's got, so it's probably going to be another week or so before he gets any results back. But other than that, he's hanging in there.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
And, as a matter of fact, as I said a while back, they've actually, this past Wednesday, they actually started back up with the group activities now, because the McNasty has slowed down quite a bit. They still have a few residents that still has it, but it's slowed down to where that they can start back up with group activities now. If a bunch of residents get sick, they stop all group activities.
That makes sense. You don't want to spread it around.
So, but they've actually started group activities now. So they started back up Wednesday. So.
Well, let's hope everybody stays healthy so they can keep having some fun.
If Paul says if Kitty is breathing, Kitty has coffee and water. Are my biggest go-to drinks. Now, I will say this: every now and then I'll have an Arnold Palmer, which is half tea, half lemonade. But
those are good. I like those.
yep. But I'm gonna have to eventually make a run to Walmart eventually. But right now the weather is not cooperating for me to. I got a big snow coming, and it's supposed to be like in the single digits.
Yikes!
8 degrees.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're close. We're close to that. We're 81, so at least we got the 8.
Yeah, well, I'd much rather have your temperature than 8 degrees.
Yeah, me too. That's one thing I like down here. You don't have to shovel sunshine. So.
Yeah, well, and the bad part is with this being a government housing, you would think, well, obviously somebody, I wasn't expecting that, but before somebody actually salted it today, but before that, it hadn't even been touched, it hadn't even been salted, it hadn't even been shoveled hardly, and yeah, it's not pleasant.
Wow. That's kind of sad that, especially in a company such as yours, there's probably a lot of people that need to have that stuff cleared away for safety.
You'd think, with it being a government housing, you'd think that'd be a number one priority thing, especially for handicap accessible people and elderly people and stuff like that. Which that's what's mostly in this. Apartment complex anyway. Is handicap and elderly people. So
well, hopefully they will get to it and get the job done for you guys.
I don't know, but it is what it is, I literally about fell going to my mailbox Friday night, Friday evening actually.
Yeah, that's not easy when you have to be dealing with snow and ice.
Like when they shoveled it, they all shoveled it to one side, but you still had to go through it anyway. And I only had that little bit of a space that didn't have no snow on it. But with the way it is, I still had to go through the snow because, my walker,
Yeah.
It took a good 10, when I had about 2 inches of snow before they salted it today, it took a good 10, 15 minutes just to get from my door to just outside in the parking lot where the bus picks me up usually. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's not safe.
Well, I think it's about time to go to the next show, which is Carnival Cruise Addicts.
Yep, I believe you're right. So I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Kenny, for coming up here and talking with us. And
thank you for having me up. Oh,
my pleasure. And thank everybody for playing. This was one of our biggest group of people playing. We had 10 cards in play. That's always good. I'd like to see that on a regular basis. And hopefully this Wednesday I'll have another bingo game going on my regular 5 p.m. time slot, and we'll try to keep those up as much as possible. So I hope to see all of you there. And for everybody else, let's go on over to the Cruise Addicts and show them some support. So
bye,
see y'all.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Love everybody.